come in there, I work my scheduled shifts, I go home and I live my life because why? I'm 29, I'm young and single, and I ain't got no kids, and I have a life.
I remember being in the service industry. I didn't mind sometimes covering people's shifts if I wanted money. But
Yes.
I'm not going to do it out the kindness of my heart anyway.
I don't think that it's fair that people shit on single people and young people just because they don't have your levels of responsibility. They still have a life. They have a right to come in, work their shifts, and go home just like you do.
This is an Unsolicited Perspectives YouTube exclusive.
All right, Jay. And am I a jerk Reddit story? Because I've been in this situation many a times. And I was like, I need to talk about this. So, am I a jerk for refusing to cover my coworker shifts even though I don't have kids? Now, just based off the title, what is your initial response to this?
No, you're not.
Yep, I'm going to say that too. But let's hear the fine details. I'm a 29-year-old male working retail. I don't have kids, and I usually stick to my scheduled shifts. One of my coworkers, a 35-year-old female, consistently asks me to cover for her whenever her kids have school events, doctor's appointments, etc. At first, I helped out a couple of times, but it's becoming consistent. Last week, she asked me to cover 3 of her shifts in 1 week. I told her no. I can't always rearrange my life just because she has kids. She told me I'm being selfish because I'm young and single. I don't understand the struggles of parenthood. Another coworker backed her up, saying I should be a team player. But honestly, I don't see why my personal time should always come second just because she chose to have kids. Am I the jerk?
Nope. No. Here's the thing. And I really, again, neither one of us are parents. But I know I've encountered and worked with people who are, right? I've seen them in the wild, parents, right? Y'all have kids, you love your kids, you love your families, hopefully. We don't have to. So y'all had the kids, you had them. I didn't have them. I'm not responsible for them. I'm not responsible for you. That's just the fact of the matter. You think that because you have children, that entitles you to some pass or something because my kid is sick. Well, you should, you have kids, and kids are germ magnets, and they gonna get sick. You have kids and they have school events. You have kids and they have then you need and here's the thing, you knew that damn school play was coming months in advance. So you should have made sure that you had a calendar of all your kids' stuff, and then you talk to your manager beforehand and be like, hey, I can't work this day or this day because my kids have a school event and they have a doctor's appointment, whatever, and work out that with the manager. That has nothing to do with your coworkers. Your coworkers are not responsible. And I love the fact that a person always has to be a team player when somebody else wants something. But let him come in and ask one of y'all to switch shifts with him. It's going to be, I can't. I have kids. I can't. That's how it is, because that's what happened to me. A person wanted to switch a shift with me for their kids. I did it. And then I needed a switch. And then, I can't. Okay, don't ask me for nothing anymore. Because just because I don't have children doesn't mean I don't have a life.
Matter of fact, I got more of a life.
Yeah, just because your kids are your life. And, okay, but that means because you have them, you didn't just get them yesterday. You've been had these kids. So you should plan your things accordingly and stay on top of your stuff. The fact that he's already had to do this a couple times already, covered 3 shifts in 1 week.
In 1 week. Retail, by the way. Retail ain't for the week.
It's not for the week. I come in there, I work my scheduled shifts, I go home and I live my life because why? I'm 29, I'm young and single, and I ain't got no kids, and I have a life that I rearranged to help you out. And now all of a sudden I'm selfish. No, you're selfish because you didn't plan accordingly for your kids. And now you making it everybody else's problem. You got other coworkers chiming in. You need to shut your ass up. You're not even a part of this. Y'all gonna have me in here banging every cash register key to make sure you get what I'm saying. I will unfold all of these sweaters. Please don't play with me.
You just gonna risk it all because they'd have pissed you off.
I'm gonna risk it all because you done pissed me off. Because you want to know why? I can get another retail job.
Yeah, you can. That's easy.
Don't have me close one night and you open the next, because I ain't doing none of it. You gonna come into the store and ain't nothing gonna be done.
Boy, let me tell you that we all worked retail. Well, me and you, not everybody out there worked retail. I got friends who have never done retail or a service industry's job. And I'm just like,
I think everybody should do it at least once. Everybody should serve other people at least once, because you have to know what it feels like to be on the other side of that. You have to know what it feels like to have people feel so entitled that they talk to you like you're not even a human being. You have to know what that feels like so that you know not to repeat that behavior. That's what I think.
Should that be a prerequisite in life? You go you go to college, and even if you go to college, you need to do some retail or some service industry work to learn how to do this. I'm gonna take the kids out of it. I'm gonna take the kids completely out of it. You only got so many times to ask me to cover your shift, period.
Yeah, period. It needs to be literally once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon.
Because I already set my schedule.
Right. And not cover. I mean, not switch, right? Like, hey, can you switch these times with me? No, cover. If you're a parent, don't you need to work to support these kids? You already own retail at 35 years old.
You think.
So I remember being in retail. I remember being in the service industry. I didn't mind sometimes covering people's shifts if I wanted money. But I'm kind of selfish. I'm not going to do it out the kindness of my heart anyway, because I got things I got to do. And if I already know what my schedule is for the week, that means I'd already planned my life. You know, I'm meticulous.
Yes.
I plan my entire schedule for the week based off of when I'm working. I'm like, ooh, this is time that I can chill. Ooh, this is time I can grab me a 6-pack of Bud Light, because when I was working retail or the service industry, that's what I was drinking. And I'm going to sit downstairs, watch movies, and play video games. That's what I'm going to do. That's going to be a good time. And I'm looking forward to that. So the last thing you going to do when I'm looking forward to Bruce's personal time is ask me to cover your shift. I had somebody one time. This is when we were working at Hard Rock. So I was bartending. And I had opened the Saturday morning shift. The Saturday morning shift at Hard Rock was the toughest shift because it's Saturday morning, right? It's Saturday morning at a restaurant that's international and people love coming to for the experience. The bar will be packed, and if Ford's Theater was having an event that day, it was going to be super packed. So it's a busy, busy morning. It was handed down to me by a good friend of ours because it was an important shift. It was to set up everything else for the rest of the day. It was the most important shift, right?
Yes.
So I have to come in not an hour early, 2 hours early before we even open up the restaurant, because I'm setting up the bar for the entire day so that there's a smooth transition between the morning shift and the evening shift. I have to set them up for success. And this was also at the same time that I was a supervisor. So it was really, pressed upon me. We definitely need to set these people up for success. I had worked my shift. I was done. One of the evening bartenders crying behind the bar. She is crying behind the bar. Bruce.
Which happened a lot. I usually sent the host. We had a little closet at the host stand. I would send them into the host closet. I was like, go in there, cry a little bit, and then come out here, be ready to work. That's how I would do it.
Now, this particular person, everybody thought we had a thing going on because we both caught mono at the same time. We did not, but we did. In other words, we did not spread mono to each other, but behind the scenes before that time, maybe a little something. Anyway, she's crying to me.
Yes.
Bruce, behind the bar, in front of everybody, in front of guests, in front of coworkers. Bruce, can you cover my shift? I had already made it up in my mind that it was Saturday night. I had just made good money, and I'm about to go and enjoy myself because my Sunday is off. I'm about to go and enjoy myself. You want me to cover your shift? That means I'm going to be here for like 16 hours.
Yes.
16 hours, because there's no telling what's going to come tonight that's going to keep me behind the bar, even though there's going to be another closer. I might end up having to close because the restaurant's going to be so packed. I said, I forgot what lie I said. I said, I can't. I came up with something quick. You know me, I could lie back in the day. I came up with something quick. Hey, I got a family emergency. You know, I got something to got to take care of, or I got to do something. I already got plans. I'm sorry. I really, really can't. Maybe we could call somebody else in, but I got to go because I'm literally about to head out.
Yeah. And I don't feel like working a double. I don't want to.
And so she's asking my female right there, Miss 35-year-old with the kids, is asking him not only to work his main shifts during the week, but 3 additional shifts. Now it's money, but it's also money. Time.
Yes.
So
and labor.
Yes. And there's no telling, it could be an all-day situation. He could already be working in the morning or the evening or the midday. And then next thing you know, you didn't add in another 8 hours to his day. Who wants to live that life?
Nobody does.
And look, I'm just going to say the other coworker's name is Jerry because it sounds like a Jerry would do something like this. Interject himself and be like, hey, you need to be a team player. Jerry, shut the hell up. And that's what I would have told him. Jerry, this don't concern you. Why don't you work the shifts, Jerry? You do it, Jerry.
Yeah, why don't you since you can back her up saying I need to be a team player, why don't you back her up and cover her shift?
Yeah, hold her down. Hey, everybody talk about we need to hold each other down. You hold her down.
I don't think that it's fair that people get to essentially, can I say a cuss word?
Yeah, go ahead. We can say,
okay.
Look, I done learned that certain cuss words is okay and we still can get monetized and do ads and shit.
Okay, I don't think that it's fair that people shit on single people.
That was the cuss word you wanted to use? Okay.
Yes, and young people. Just because they don't have your levels of responsibility, they still have a life. They have a right to come in, work their shifts, and go home just like you do. I bet you 29 male, I bet you he don't never ask nobody to cover his shifts. And the fact that he's already helped you out a couple times, that's enough because I don't owe you anything. And so the fact that you calling me selfish because I'm young and single, yeah, I'm young and single. Those were the choices I made. You made your choices, so you live with your choices. The struggles of parenthood, every parent struggles because being a parent is freaking hard.
Hardest job.
But hardest job there is. Being a parent is the hard. You have to turn a baby that don't know nothing and can't do nothing into a productive, functioning adult that can handle life without you. That is the hardest thing. And you have to do it with somebody who did not ask to be here and did not ask to grow up to pay bills.
Right.
It is the hardest job that there is. Okay. But if you chose to do it, then you have to deal with the responsibility of that, even if it means you got to call out and miss out on your money. Because you didn't plan properly for a school play or a baseball game or whatever that you knew was coming up. A doctor's appointment you made.
Okay, a doctor's appointment, cool. But to her credit, you know, even us as kids, we used to drop stuff on our parents last minute. Hey, mom, don't forget, I got to play tonight. What?
No,
what? You got to play tonight?
No, you sign them up for baseball. You sign them up for football.
Yeah, you get a schedule.
They've been staying after school to rehearse this play. Okay, you knew parent-teacher night. They sent a letter home. You knew parent-teacher night was coming up. It was a doctor's appointment you made that you scheduled during your shift. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay, if your doctor is not available on days where you ain't got, then you got to see another doctor.
She probably
you
on,
gotta
she probably on
gotta
Medicaid, working retail, 35-year-old with kids. Probably on Medicaid.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably, but that doesn't stop you from getting appointments
No, it doesn't. But I'm just saying, you got to find a doctor in network.
Yeah, you got every doctor's in network. It's a state
I don't know
Medicaid
these
and
things.
Medicare. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to take it. So it's like, yeah, these are all decisions that you made and you're making somebody else responsible for it. Nah, sis. Nah.
Yeah, I completely agree. Look, are you a jerk? Hell no, you ain't no jerk. Matter of
Nah.
fact, I feel like you should be a jerk in this scenario and be like,
Yeah.
hell no. And the fact that they try to turn something on you, say you being selfish, I'll be like, all right, I'm about to be really selfish. Y'all can't ask me for shit here on out.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to cover no shifts. Matter of fact, when it's your turn to do the shift, I'm going to do a poor job to make you have to do more work. I'm going to really not be a team player now. Kiss my ass. That's the way I would do it.
And you wouldn't be wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, is this person being a jerk or not? Maybe me and my sister are wrong. We don't think so, but maybe we are. Leave a comment down there. Talk to us. Let us know what you think.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.